What's up, y'all? It's another special episode of Iron Sharpens Iron Soapbox, where we keep it real, we keep it raw, and we keep it holy. I'm your boy, the Brick Slinger.
I'm Mr. Analytical.
And we're about to do something good today. We're about to drop some jewels. And yes, we're doing it live again, Facebook Live, so do not be skeptical of whether we look a certain way, because we want to make sure that everybody is being heard on Facebook Live as well. So without further ado, Mr. Analytical, please provide the topic of the day.
Okay. Today's topic for the day, for those who watch on YouTube in the coming days, is buying versus streaming. That's the topic for the day. And the advantages, disadvantages, pros, cons, whatever you want to call it. A lot of artists, whether it be secular or gospel, has been complaining about they're not getting enough royalties or even breaking even when it comes to the streaming services. But my thing is, you have to learn how to adjust to that system. Because think about it, when music first came out, it was just basically radio, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or you have to go to an actual concert in order to listen to some music.
That's right.
But over time, it has to be more convenient. So that's what they did. They created studios.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Have listening sessions. And then they decided, let's get this down on wax. Thus the vinyl came out.
Right.
So which eliminated not all concerts and listening sessions and clubs and stuff like that, but it was more convenient. And then it got more convenient when they say, hey, we live in a new age now. Let's upgrade to the cassette tape or 8-track. And then people didn't like that. But again,
for those who do not know what 8-tracks are,
really, you don't know what 8-track is?
This is a brand new area. Millennial folks, they need to get some jewels.
Okay, hold on 1 second. First of all, I'll give you a pass if you don't know what an 8-track is. If you're 18 and below, I'll give you a pass because y'all some newbies. But if you're like 25 and older, you should know what 8-track is. Go ahead.
Exactly. Well, the 8-tracks are like those rectangular blocks. It looks like if you think of like old Nintendo cartridge, it was kind of like that, but a little thicker, but a little like block where you can slide it through, kind of like VCR tapes and VHS tape, but it was a little smaller and a little bit portable. It was like this thick, and then you plug it in and it play the music. That's what the 8-tracks are. Some might think of it even go deeper than like 45s, for those who don't know what 45s are in vinyl. I mean, some of y'all should know what vinyls are, but 45s and 8-tracks, go ahead and Google that. But continue on with the history.
Okay. And then after the 8-track and the cassette tapes, what was next? CDs that you can play on your personal CD player, your computer, or even your car at the time.
Exactly.
And once again, you have to what? Adjust. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have to actually, people were buying more CDs as opposed to cassettes and vinyl.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. People didn't like that.
But it doesn't stop there.
So don't start. Let's keep continuing.
Mm-hmm.
Then you had the MP3s or MP3 players. Y'all know that little pie thing in headphones, remember that?
Oh, them little bitty things was something when it came out.
Yeah. And then you had to go through the struggle of downloading thousands of music that you like from one source to another.
Via Napster.
Which is now legal now.
Yeah.
$10 a month. Anyway. Then you went from what is it? MP3 players to What are you looking at that?
I'm looking at you because I'm lying.
You had to do a question on your face. But we went for MP3s to listen to music on computers to now what we have now, which is streaming. Now, this is where the problem is. People are complaining that that artists are only getting paid pennies on the dollar or on the cent or however they distribute it. But my thing is, if it wasn't for streaming services, people, will your music be heard around the world like it is now? So that's the advantage of streaming, is you can actually market that to a broader audience outside the United States.
It's a beautiful thing right there, man.
And think about it, if you really think it's not gonna pay much, pretty soon, like in the next 4 or 5 years, that's guaranteed the pay's gonna get higher, because you gotta understand, the more people that stream, the more the payout.
Come on.
Am I right or wrong?
Yep, you sure is right.
Now,
while he's checking something out, just think about it like this. When the radio station plays a song, they get one chance of getting the song played. After that, then it's determined by the VJ or the radio programmers to play it a certain amount of time. But check this out. Every time your song get played on the radio, especially in a radio station, you're only gonna get 9.1 cents per play.
depending on the streaming services that you use.
Yes, in the streaming service. Now, if the song is like 3 minutes worth, then it's 9.1. If it's more than 3 minutes, then it's gonna be like a penny per minute more. And you do the math. If your song get played 3 times 9 is 27, or it depends on how many minutes the song is worth. It's playing. And just think about it. Majority of the songs that get played on the radio lists up to 3 to 5 minutes. Now, when it comes to radio station, you're only gonna get 3 to 4. Depends on the show, which show in the radio station, which is about at least an hour to 2 hours, maybe more, depending on the person who is doing the section of the show. Other than that, you're probably gonna get your song played like 3 to 4 times, maybe more, depends on now. Now, when it comes to streaming, it's a different ball game, but probably a little bit better because you do not depend on just the radio station. Mm-hmm. You depend on the people who is streaming your music. Meaning, for example, let's say Peter's song gets played on Pandora. Once my song get played, and the minute a person likes it, chances are it can get played more than 3 to 4 times a day. Right. And that goes for either Spotify and Tidal and many other internet streaming service. Now, especially like Spotify, like many people complaining about you might not get a penny after a certain amount of play. But at the end of the day, it's still a penny. And if an artist want if the artist want more money, then they need to depend on the people who streaming on their service. Otherwise, they only gonna get what they put in. And if they don't put in enough promotion to get people to listen, then like I say, they only going to depend on what they bring to the table. If they brought nothing to the table, then they should not get mad at either the services of the streaming service or their quote unquote fans, because they did not let the fans know, hey, my music is played over here, my music is played over here. And it definitely, because believe it or not, the word of mouth system still works. It still works. So don't get mad when it's just your hometown or just your home.
Oh, let me say this. For all the people that complain about support, people not buying your music via physical MP3, first of all, stop blaming the customer for choosing an alternative to buying your stuff.
Come on, man. Keep going, man. Don't just stop
Because, I have to pause for a second.
I hear you.
Because it is not their fault that somebody else, not your customer, not your clientele, but somebody else invented a system where they have a chance to get music for a little bit cheaper.
Come on.
That's like getting mad. The store owner of Snooks get mad at Deerbergs because they sell the exact same product, but Snooks is selling it cheaper. And as a customer, what store you gonna go to?
Come on. It's cheap.
Right or wrong?
Let's go.
So that being said, count it all up. Because if you're focused on just the money, especially to all my Christian artists out there, what was the point of you doing this in the first place?
So other people can bless them.
Okay, I give you that, but
That's it.
okay.
I mean, that, believe it or not, remember there's a lot of tares as opposed to wheats within the kingdom. So already some folks with a mentality of, oh, if I do this, I know I'm gonna get the support from the church because the church always support their own. The kingdom always support their own. But that's not 100% true. And I'm not talking about doctrines, and I'm not talking about denominations. I'm talking about kingdom. Sometimes the kingdom would not support their own if if somebody within the kingdom is not benefiting the kingdom, or two, they ain't providing anything that can benefit the kingdom. So it's like you can't get mad at your pastor if he don't like certain style of music. I mean, if he don't like rap, let's keep it above. If he don't like rap, don't get mad when he don't want to sell your rap CD in his church, because he don't mess with rap like that. So, as my big brother Robert Dean always tell me, and many others, go where you're celebrated, not where you're tolerated. So you gotta be out. You gotta manage to get yourself out there you just can't expect the four walls of your church to be the only church to support you. And you definitely cannot expect one or two people that you met that likes your music to automatically drop what they're doing and support you all the way. Because one, God did not appoint them to drop what they're doing to support you all the way. And two, they got their own stuff. They got their own ministry. So, you want to be blessed, be a blessing. Help. One thing about the kingdom, and Big Seal brought this scripture up to me, to carry each other burden, which will fulfill the law of Christ. So, if you know you got some resources and your brother needs help and they need some resources, be a blessing, show some love, and carry that person's burden. Otherwise, you're gonna continue to stay in the same spot, talking about ain't no love in the kingdom, ain't no love in the church, ain't nobody supporting each other like that, woo woo woo. And you still gonna be in that same spot the next day. Meanwhile, there's somebody that's within the kingdom that's getting all this knowledge wisdom and understanding about the music industry or any industry that's out there, and they showing as much love that they can to teach the next person or get some more knowledge from those who've been doing it. Like big ups to C. Micah, Third L, Rio, and the list goes on, man, for all the things all the knowledge and jewels that they drop on my lap, and plenty other artists that even not even in St. Louis. That's been a blessing to me. Shout out to Major. But you gotta be out there. You definitely gotta be out there. You just can't just expect people to just knock at your door and say, "Hey, I want to help you with your music." Don't work all the way. Sometimes it does, but it don't work all the way. And sometimes you gotta be careful with those who do knock on your door. Because you may see a contract and you might see some nice numbers, but if you don't pay attention to everything else on that contract, the minute you sign that contract and sign the date on it and the ink dry, so is your career. And it always can, man, let me stop. Because it always ends with somebody being richer and somebody being poor. And especially within the kingdom of God.
Let me say this too, like artists, don't just rely on merchandise sales. Because again, this is CD sales where you selling t-shirts, rubber bands, physical copies, or even just download. That is just supplemental income.
Come on.
Okay? Your main source of income is when you book shows. And maybe some interviews and do some YouTube videos.
Don't forget sponsorship. It still exists to this day.
So, like I said, keep pushing your music out there, stuff like that, but book them shows. Because guarantee you're gonna make more money like that, especially if you tour.
Yeah. Excuse me. Think of the parables of talent, where the master gave one servant 5 talent, gave the second servant 3 talent, and the third one 1 talent. So the master leaves and comes back, and the one that had the 5 talent, he gave the 5 back plus 5 more. The person they gave 3 talent to, he gave them 3 back plus 3 more. And then the one that's supposed to have that had 1 only provided him with 1. Now the 2 that managed to give him back what he gave, what was given to him, to them plus more, was blessed with a position to do big things. But the one on the other hand was basically cursed. Plain and simple, just curse. Not like curse as in like, oh, this is gonna happen, boom, boom, boom. But then again, you might want to check out the word for yourself. Basically, what I'm saying is, if you got something, don't be afraid to. If you got talent, don't be afraid to use it, especially if you're doing it for the Lord, because your gift makes room. And at the same time, in Ecclesiastic, Solomon said it, made it clear, money answers everything. So you're gonna be money. As much as you want to make money, you're gonna have to spend some too. Especially if you're talking about quality, great quality too. You want the best, but it costs. They may say the best things in life are free, but not true all the way. Even a song said it. You can send it to the birds and bees. I don't need money. Don't be afraid to pay for something. It's like, if you got a good song, don't be afraid to get paid to get it mixed and mastered right. Make it sound good. Don't be afraid to spend money on copyrights and money publishing. Don't be afraid to spend money on products that you're going to sell. Because you want to depend on selling t-shirts and stuff, you got to pay for it. especially the image. Shout out to Toy from Vivid Core. I'm gay. Shout out to Toy. You don't have to pay for the great images for either your CD cover or your flyers. Especially if you be booking shows, it's gonna cost. Venues ain't cheap and it ain't gonna be for free. You know what I'm saying? Definitely gonna have to work on networking and communication in order to book these mugs as well as money. Because it costs to get a DJ service, sound engineers, because they need the money to buy microphones to make work, even if they doing with cable or without cable. Sound system here, sound system there, speakers, whatever the case, it takes money. So especially if you're doing it within the kingdom, of course it's gonna take money to get gas. Come on now. I mean, y'all don't just bank on, like I said, don't just bank on merch, and definitely do not bank on honoraries. Ooh. A lot of people be talking about honoraries, and you know some churches are so tight with their honoraries that they're not gonna mention honoraries when you do something for a church. You know what I'm saying? But don't just depend on it, because not every church is giving out honoraries to either rappers, especially in rappers, because they still have that whole theory that rap is of the devil. And hip hop is not of God. We'll get to that later. But now, if you was a gospel singer, that's a whole other story. I mean, if you know what I'm talking about, let a brother know. Other than that, don't depend on honoraries. And if you do get honoraries, sometimes it's not going to be the amount that you think you deserve. Ooh, some of y'all nothing wrong with having a number. Nothing wrong with having a number, but don't get mad when you don't get the number that you asked for. Sometimes it's just good to be blessed. Sometimes it's just good.
Like that.
Sometimes it's just best to get what they can give you, because not every church can give you the number that you want. Sometimes you're gonna hit up a church that is not like TD Jakes, Cleflo Dollars, Joel Osteen's. You're not gonna get these big mega churches. Sometimes you're gonna get these mom and pops churches. Sometimes you will get churches that only gonna seat 30 people, maybe less. And sometimes you're gonna be even rapping on microphones that's
not the best quality.
Straight out of Radio Shack.
Ooh, now you put Radio Shack on blast.
I'm sorry, man, but it's true. Some churches do not have good microphones. And it's not to say that these churches need to upgrade, but at the same time, if you're trying to keep up with the time, sometimes you're going to have to spend money. You might have to get those $100 microphones, wireless microphones that can stand 100 feet from where you stand.
You might have to get that MacBook.
You might, especially if you want to sell your servants, and I'm talking to preachers that have these 30 seats places. If you trying to sell CDs, sometimes you got to spend money. You got to spend money on computers or laptops. You got to spend money on microphones.
Yeah.
You're definitely gonna have to spend.
Like example, this Blue Yeti you're ever using right now?
Yes.
YouTube.
That's not cheap, people.
About $140, but you know.
Yeah. Shout out to Blue Microphone. Anywho, you're gonna have to put money up. And people want to get Pro Tools and stuff like that. I'm telling you, Pro Tools is literally what they say it. If they say that it's top industry status, it's top industry status. Sometimes you're gonna have to spend money on it. I would suggest to download Audacity, which is free. But if you want to get some good quality off that mug, you got to get Pro Tools. You got to get it, because you're not gonna expect people to just take your CDs and just listen to it, and it have that in the background. I'm sorry, but even church folks got needs too. Oh, can't forget about the musicians.
Okay.
Because 9 out of 10 times, they're going to need some good amps. Oh, and you just can't expect folks to just play keyboard on just anything. Can't just play guitar on just anything. Drums, God bless those who still manage to use duct tape. But at the time when you get the money to buy new drum heads, get it. Get it. Don't be afraid to spend money. Look, the love of money is the root of all evil. Not money, the love of it, the greed, the enviness, all of that. That is the root of all evil. So don't be afraid to spend money, especially when you're spending it for the kingdom and you're spending it for the right cause. Otherwise, you're just holding on to money, being greedy, like the dude that had one talent. Gotta do better, kingdom folks.
And also, before you continue, let me say this. For those people, most artists who have all them things, the high quality microphones, computers, cameras, stuff like that, don't hoard that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because you'll never get successful that way either. You know what I'm saying? If you're just coming, because basically, if you do, you're basically no better than the D-list. And you probably gonna stay in that D-list. Why? Because you want to be the producer, the rapper, sound engineer, the coach, and the customer.
And if you want to know what you're talking about is D-list, go check the Umbrella episode. Otherwise, D-list is just understand the grade level. Check out the Umbrella episode.
And you're probably not gonna get no farther than maybe 100 miles from your house.
50 if you're lucky enough to step outside your house.
But all in all, oh, that's another thing too. The prices. Folks,
man, it's getting deeper and deeper.
Folks,
stay
musicians, anybody in the kingdom selling merchandise, music, whatever, have your stuff at a reasonable price. Go wholesale if you have to. You know what I'm saying? Like, he sells his stuff for $5 a pop.
Man under construction.
Physical copies. Now, we have no control of the internet, for real. You know what I'm saying? That price is what it is. Everybody wants their money. But what I'm saying is your prices have to be reasonable. You cannot make a mixtape and sell that mug for $12.99.
A mixtape?
No. Well, 9 times out of 10 where mixtape's supposed to be free. And if it is $12.99, that your artwork better be on point. Better have more than one CD in there, and it better have a booklet in there or something. Just saying.
Oh yeah, add along to it. Especially if you giving your music out for free. If you giving your music out for free, you don't need to be saying anything about money. You don't need to be saying jack. You don't need to be saying nothing at all. If it's free, then that's all you can expect. And if they give out donation, feel free to take it. But don't get mad at that donation. It's all you taking home with you.
Especially when you say no charge.
Ooh! Because everybody loves free stuff. Now, and especially for those who do mixtapes. If your mixtape, this is from a fan and an artist perspective, if your mixtape sounds way more better than your album,
don't do it. Don't do
or
it.
your EP,
Don't do it.
You deserve a break. This goes for everyone. Cause one thing I can't stand is for somebody to put in all that hard work on a mixtape that sounds like it could have been an album. And then when the album come out, it's straight disappointment. And you're doing it for the Lord too? Just think about it. A free material that sounds like it should have had a price on that mug versus a product that does have a price on it. It's like comparing baseball hot dog versus your mama Chicago style hot dog.
Ooh.
If the product in baseball hot dog tastes real good and it's not cheap, then it's worth it. But the minute you go home to your mama's crib and she cook up the Chicago style hot dog, however, ain't nothing about the hot dog said Chicago style, that's a disappointment. So that's where I'm coming from. If the mixtape sounds way more better than the album, it's like your mama's Chicago style hot dog without the Chicago style. That's just me.
And another thing, man, if you making CDs, please let me urge you. I'm about to get deep here.
Come on.
Do not make music, put it on a blank CD with Sharpie writing on it. Do not do that.
Keep talking, bro. Yes.
And the reason why I say that is because eventually that gets old, and especially if you try to go up in the music industry. Again, going back to PSA earlier, man, upgrade your stuff. Make it look presentable, please. Because 9 times out of 10, that's probably why people pass up your table at these events.
Point blank period, man. And keep this in mind. Ain't nothing wrong with spending money. Ain't nothing wrong with spending money. Just be wise of how you spend your money. Use your talent. Upgrade. Don't be afraid to upgrade. Understand the time and know exactly what to do. And please do not present a product in a nasty format. Matter of fact, I might as well do this. At this time of day, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. I remember my favorite episode from the Cosby Show, where Vanessa announced that she was about to get married. And everybody's looking at her like, wait a minute, hold up. You getting married? You just went to college like no less than a year. And you already planning on getting married? And then the dude comes along and just to find out that his family knows Vanessa. But yet, they took the time to know Vanessa. But the Huxtables just finding out about this dude. So he decided to say, you know what, man? It's not your fault. So don't get mad when we say we don't like you. But it's not your fault. If somebody is to blame, it's Vanessa. Because it's all about the presentation. And when he gets to the analysis, I love that part. He was like, yo, what's your favorite meal? Old boy said, nice juicy steak. So Cliff said, you know what? We're make it a porterhouse. You like onions, potatoes with your stuff? You're like, yeah, potatoes, mushrooms, boom. So get it all grilled up, nice and good. But here's the twist. Instead of getting a clean dish, he goes outside, get the trash can lid, put your steak, put your potatoes, your onions, your mushroom, and hand it to you. Doesn't sound pleasant, does it? Because it's all in the presentation. She brought you here on a trash can lid. And I was like, dude, that's what I'm talking about. Get him, Cliff. So, it's all about presentation. You can have the best music in the world. You can have the best t-shirt in the world. You can have the best wristband, the best picture. in the world, the best DVD doctrine, documentary, and movie, whatever the case may be. But if the presentation sucks, like I said in my stats, man, don't get mad when all they do is look at it. Matter of fact, the presentation is determined whether or not I'll even look at your stuff. Thus the price and everything else. That's just me.
And going back to the whole buying and streaming thing, you have to do both. You guys, that is not an option. I know a lot of you artists want to be like, man, the streaming service, man, coming into my paycheck, man. People need to support me, man. Why nobody downloading my stuff? I'm like, dude, going back to what I said earlier, there is an alternative. Alright? So please do not be going off on your customers.
Please don't. Because believe it or not, they determines whether or not you deserve $1 or a penny
or $10 if you sell physical copies.
And if you get on your customers, when your customer is the reason you can pay your bills, and you can pay your car note, and you can put gas in your car, and you capable of eating, and you can feed your kids, you get at your customers, or they don't mind giving that money to someone they think they deserve. Shout out to all those that just showed up. Yeah. Switch. I'll let you.
Yeah, so you got anything else?
Yeah, support the kingdom. I'm gonna keep on saying it until it's no more PRI. Support the kingdom. We need it. I've seen unity. I've seen some unity. Let's continue some more and grow some more. Because the minute we continue to help each other out, the more we can help each other out with the resources we have and vice versa, we can do big things for the Lord. Whether you realize it or not, we can't do nothing on our own. And you can't expect to do kingdom business on your own. So don't hold back on resources. You got resources. If somebody needs it, help them out. And if there's somebody that got some resources that you don't be afraid to ask. Ooh.
Yeah, you gotta have a team, bro.
Yes. Yes, I know pride is a big thing, man, especially for dudes, man. We some pride for something, but if we're trying to fulfill the mission that God put in our heart, then don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Because believe it or not, you got something that a brother needs, and I got something that a brother needs, and some sisters too. But we need to help each other out, you know what I'm saying? Kingdom business requires the body of Christ. The hands cannot look at the feet and say, I don't need your help. You can't do what I do, so I don't need your help. No, the feet does what the feet does, the hands do what the hands do, and every other body parts do what it's supposed to do. But as long as they're doing it together, we can move forward. But that's just me again. Other than that, what's up?
No, that pretty much covered everything. I got nothing else to say.
Alright, well, feel free to rewind and check back, and if there's anything that we didn't say, please feel free to let us know, because like I say, we don't know everything. We just know what we know, and we learn it based on what the information that we either researched or was given to us. Alright, other than that, I'm the Brickslinger.
I'm Mr. Analytical. Buy and stream Nana Construction and that body music, as well as the other people that you know, like Mark and C. Michael, Ruben Jones, all them people, man. Support the King of St. Louis artist finest. Let's go.
Yes, and as always, keep sharpening one another. Support the kingdom. Take care and God bless. Labor word.